evening, folks. Welcome to Reaching Out with Eddie. Folks, I tell you, we had a pretty hectic weekend. For the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks, the mayor's been, well, actually the last 3 weeks, the mayor's been having block parties and giving away things and having three-point shootout, things he never done before. And folks, I just got to say that we have to demand more. And that's the title of this show is we need to demand more. We need to demand more than that from our elected officials. What we want is we don't want three-point shootouts. We don't want free food and free drinks. What we want is a good quality of life. We are worth so much more than that, folks. What Percy's sending a message to you guys, what Percy thinks is that he can do what he want to do, that he cannot improve your life. He cannot improve, he don't have to bring jobs in here. He can keep the high crime rate. He can not do anything for you. He can show himself to be biased, select what he want to do for certain groups as opposed to other groups. And he can go and put on an event and give away $2,000, or put on an event and flip some hamburgers, or put on an event and give away some hot dogs and popcorn and come and pat you on the shoulder, and that's good enough for you to give him 4 more years. You've already given him over $800,000 in this last 7, almost 8 years. And so what he wants you to do is continue to pray him. We got to send a different message, folks. We cannot allow for our elected officials, any of them, to give us watermelon such as Wayman Newell, but doesn't do anything for us. We cannot allow for Percy Bland to give us the type of police department that he has given us. We cannot allow for the high crime, the nepotism, the favoritism, the patronism. We cannot allow for any of that to continue on. And we have the opportunity now to make a difference. And how we make a difference, folks, is absentee voting. Now, folks, I received, and I'm going to show it Thursday, a person sent into this administration asking for an absentee ballot. Now, when you request an absentee ballot, it is the duty of the people that are there. We're going to say the person that's supposed to issue those out, in this case, is Brenda Latimer. She's the, the city clerk and the CFO for the city of Meridian. So it's her duty to send it out. How about instead of sending that person an absentee ballot, she sent in the mail, why do you want it? What is your reason for wanting to vote absentee? All of that is voter suppression, folks. Here you have a black administration. Here you have a black city clerk that's suppressing the vote of the people. See, more than likely when a person requests an absentee ballot, more than likely they're going to vote for Jimmy Smith. And so why do you want it? Illegal, folks. She cannot do that. Because when you fill out the absentee ballot, you go to City Hall, and they're doing that now. So if you're going to be out of town and you're going to be doing things, then what you need to do is vote absentee. And that way you don't have to worry about it on that day. If you're going to be helping Jimmy Smith that day, then go ahead on and vote now. Take your family down there too. Take your friends. Take somebody down there so we can give. And guess what? Folks, Johnny Depp is again doing what she always doing. I have a video, and I'm going to play it for you Thursday. I have a video of Johnny Depp taking a person, not only taking the person to the poll, but sitting there instructing the person, telling them who to vote for, to make sure that they sign it. And this is illegal. This is the very thing the Percy Bland mother was complaining about at Velma Young. So folks, and then folks, I'm so tired of folks talking about Jimmy Smith having Republicans help him or endorsing him when this administration entire body are Republican. He has not had one CFO, what's that? Is it CFO? How you doing today, Richard?
All right, pretty good, sir.
Yeah, it's Chief Administrative Officer. Yeah, CAO. He has not had one that has not been a Republican. All of his department head. Laura Carmichael is a Republican. Norma, Norma Ruffin wife, whatever her last name is, Norma, she's working part-time, folks, making $60,000 a year. She is a Republican. Now, I can take color out of it, but we talking about white folks. The only black Republicans that person had working for him is Eddie Kelly and Hugh Smith. Now, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, they can beg to differ, but this is my opinion. But factually, Laura Carmichael, her husband at one time, was the chairman of the Republican Party. So you folks talking about Jimmy Smith, y'all need to shut up. You need to be quiet. You're coming out of the wood. Even Jimmy Kemp came out and endorsed. Jimmy Smith, and I gotta say this: Jimmy Kemp was the best mayor. Now we're in the 21st century. Jimmy Kemp was the best mayor in the 20th century. Folks, when I was a little boy, you couldn't even go out in Bonita. They had to have boats tied to the shotgun houses out there because anytime it rained, the water came up. It was Jimmy Kemp and Tavio ran you wrong. Jimmy Kemp is an engineer. He's a civil engineer. He has an engineer firm. It has nothing to do with an electrical engineer, but it was him. It was his design. The reason why Jimmy Kemp brought in North Hill Street. That was his plan. 29th Avenue, his plan. The widening of Sawasha Creek, that was Jimmy Kemp. All that done under Jimmy Kemp administration. How about he had other ideas for the infrastructure of Meridian, and then to talk about he don't know of anyone. I don't either, Tavio. I'm just looking at the state of the city under his administration. It was one of the best that we had. And from what I was told, is that he would have ran for re-election, but they tricked him into not running. And when a position that they was going to give to him, they didn't give it to him. Had he stayed there, he had plans. The city would not look like it. I think that was a fine endorsement that Jimmy Kemp endorsed Jimmy Smith. That means he believed in Jimmy Smith. Come on, Tavio, man. Now, I got to say this to you, Tavio. If you'd have called me or something like that, we could have this discussion. But you putting your information on social media, and this is my platform. Nah, man, come on. What's this, Chick Johnson? Come on, Chick. Man, all you folks around here want Meridian to be better. You want Meridian to be better. Can you tell me how can it be better if we keep what we have? If you look at anything, you don't throw an anchor to a drowning man. This city is drowning. Percy is the captain of the ship. He got to go. And doing all these things, giving away hamburgers and hot dogs to our children, I'm not going to say that these people don't vote. What I'm saying is that go there and eat your food. Go and enjoy Yayo, Big Yayo, whatever his name is. I've never heard of him before. Folks, if he had been doing what he's supposed to do, he wouldn't be doing any of this now, and no one would be running against him. Come on, Tavio, we want better. Your sister, if that's your sister, if Miss Walker is your sister, she ran because she's dissatisfied with this administration and the state of this city. And how can we endorse anyone? Everybody to have an opportunity right now. Ransom Eason she need to replace George Thomas. He need to go. Fannie Mae Johnson need to go. We gonna have to start doing that. This need to be the message that we're sending throughout the state of Mississippi. It's time for all these career politicians to go. I know what some of you are saying out there. Where Jimmy Smith been all this time? He been sitting back watching. Hey, it's just like you watching children play. You watch them make a mistake when a child falls. You can't stop him from playing. You got to watch him pick himself back up. Well, Jimmy Smith been watching all this time. But now it's time to come out and do something. We had Tyrone Johnson can't do it. Obviously, Randall Jennings cannot do it. The people believe that Jimmy Smith can do it. So the people get behind Jimmy Smith. And here what I do know. I believe it with all my heart that if Jimmy Smith was in there, a lot of things that's going on would not be going on, folks. But right now, I'm finna talk to my guest. How you doing, Richard?
Pretty good.
Richard, what is that? Y'all folks, I watch Richard. He be over there taking notes. And so, Richard, what is it that you got to say to the people, and what you got anything you want to elaborate on?
I think like this. The things that you hear here is true information to help you to try to get your children and yourself to rebuild this city and to rebuild themselves. Now, a lot of us don't understand what takes place. So we have to listen to those that know about certain things to help us and give us valuable information to help us to see the things that we need to see. Our biggest problem is we've been tricked and fooled for so long, we enjoy it.
Right. And I agree with that, folks. People, I get the message where I had one friend come by here and told me, you know what, people talking about me. I never expect them not to talk about me. But some of the things that they say about me, I just want to challenge any of you out there. I'm a good father. Can any of you say that I'm not? If you're talking about anything, you're talking about what somebody said, can you tell me what you saw? Can you tell me what you know factually? Can you tell me what I've been convicted of? I can tell you what I've been convicted of. I can tell you about the pardons I have. But the thing of it is that the charges of me are trumped up. And so with the charges being trumped up, those charges, I just do not believe they're going to stand. I got to say this about the mayor. Percy, you're not that smart. Instead of going and trying to fool people by flipping hamburgers, giving away hot dogs, and giving away soft drinks. One thing, all hot dogs made from sodium nitrate. The hamburgers, more likely going to be cheap hamburgers, but it does not matter. It's just, it's not a healthy source of food. I assure you that the bond's going to be cheap. So now we're talking about bleached flour. We're talking about food that's not healthy for our children. So you want to give us some unhealthy food. You want to give us soft drinks. And soft drinks create what you call cola syndrome. You can tell when a person has cola syndrome. You can take your hands and you can grip their sides and they'll have this going all the way around, kind of like a spare tire, what y'all call it. That's cola syndrome from drinking too many soft drinks. All this stuff causes diabetes, high blood pressure, and all this thing. So, person, what you're telling us that you can make us sick by giving us food that's not healthy for us, and that we're going to give you another 4 years? Oh, no, person, we're tired of you. We want you to go. We want to see your business looking like your brother's business. Now, it's empty. That's what we want to see. We actually just want you to go away. We don't care how you go away, but we want to send you away. And people, you guys got to stop being political correct. Stop because somebody's smiling in your face. Because somebody come tell, hey, I don't understand. Can I curse one time?
Yeah.
I don't understand this shit, folks. I don't understand how you can watch Percy Bland have all these damn Republicans and then you have the gumption or the nerves to open your mouth talking about Jimmy Smith and the money. And I've seen the receipts. You can go and get it. You can go on the Secretary of State website and you can see this stuff for yourself and see all the Republican donors. The people that don't live out in this city that has donated money to the Bland campaign. How is it that a person does not live here will benefit by giving Percy $1, $2, $3, $5, or $10,000 if it ain't some kind of kickbacks going on? Folks, I'm tired of this. Look at this city. Look at it. Where are the houses? There's no growth and there's no development here. The people that run the city of Meridian, I don't care if you get mad at me. The people that run the city of Meridian that are in position of authority are the most unqualified folk that they ever had running this damn city since I've been here. And I ain't talking about since I moved back here. This is where I grew up at. This is where my family is. I've never seen so many unqualified people be in position of authority. Talking all proper and uneducated. And all you have is a high school education. An old high school education. Would equate to about a third grade education. Now, I don't care if you get mad at me. This is what we're dealing with. And we need to put qualified people. I don't care what they are. I don't want anybody there because they donated money to the campaign. I want somebody there that's going to take this city to the next level. Somebody that's going to do right by all the populace in this city, not just a certain selected few, or enrich themselves and their cronies. Folks, I was told this. If it's a lie, it was told to me that Toya Brown's son got into a fight with his girlfriend. Ray, they call it. The one that Ben Ivy jumped on and ended up going to prison. That he jumped on his girlfriend. So the police came there and Percy happened to be in the area because folks, you know, he gave his three-point shootout over there in front of where LaToya Brown lived at in Magnolia Project. Ray lived around there in his great-grandmama house. Let me see. Let me get it right. His great-great-grandmama house. He lived in that house, got in a fight with his girlfriend, and the police came and wanted to take both of them to jail for domestic violence. Percy came up there and told them not to do it. The officers, I don't know who you are, but I want to commend you. They took him to jail anyway. Percy told his mother in front of witnesses, don't worry about it. I'm going to tell them to let him go. And guess what, folks? The officer took him to jail, but Percy told him to let him go. But when Lolo, folks that care about what happened to Lolo and happened to me, oh, I don't know, I can't do nothing. Oh, yeah, you can do something for whoever you want to. People don't like, people that you castigate, and that's what we need to get away from. At least Jimmy Smith told me, you can't make me talk to you. And folks, you hear Two-Belt talking. Two-Belt need to stop talking to me about it. Two-Belt be talking to my ear. Did you know that, Richard? But, Richard, this is what we dealing with. And this is the kind of thing, folks, that even on his way out, folks, he's still doing things. Certain people can break the law. I was charged with domestic violence because somebody, I mean, I got my witness in there. My witness is my daughter. It ain't happened. I'm wondering why this stuff happening to me, why I'm getting charged all this stuff, Richard. And come to find out, it has, everything that happened to me has one variable, Amadine. Another variable, Rochester Anderson. These are the variables I'm talking about from everything that's been happening to me, Rochester Anderson. And so, folks, this is what I don't like about this. And so, when I look at what happened to me, and look, folks, I'm a bad man. I'm bad. Now, I ain't talking about liking malfeasance. I'm talking about I'm college educated twice. I even have hours toward my PhD. I'm a very good paralegal. I'm a bad man. I'm not afraid. The only thing I ever been afraid of going to jail. Well, hell, I went to jail when I was 25. So, folks, I don't have that fear. I don't have that fear that most people have. So when I say I'm a bad man, I'm a bad man. I would like to consider Lolo Allen a bad woman. Reason why I say that, because she's up in your face. She speak up facts. And they came after her. And they came after me. Do you understand the message this administration is sending to you? That if you mess with them, if you displease them, Percy Bland gonna put all the king men's and all the king horses on you. In other words, he's gonna put his police force on you. He's gonna put his election commissioners on you, such as in myself. He's gonna put everybody to work up under him against you. I gotta say this about Laura Carmichael. She been pretty fair to me, but I don't think that administration, community development, has developed this community, and I think that they could do a better job. I think that everybody that works in community development should not work there. I think some of you have been missing in action. I think you should be permanently missing in action. I don't think Scott Solid should be working in community development. I don't think, what's the other guy name? I saw him. He was pretty nice to me. Last time him and I were class, I thought he retired. I hadn't saw him in so long. But I definitely don't think Scott Solid should be working in community development. I think Scott Solid used to work for the phone company. I think he needs to perhaps contact Comcast, because it's kind of similar. They do have phones, so I'm sure whatever kind of area expertise that he worked in Bell South for so many years, that he could do that with Comcast. But my question would be, why, if he used to work there, why he doesn't work there anymore? But all I know is that while people appear to care about you and care about what's going on with you, you can always tell whether or not they do by their actions and things like that. But, and folks, I said this about me and Lolo to point out to you that now is the time for us to get Percy up out of there, so that we don't have to worry about somebody not liking what we're saying or what we're doing, and we're not lying, we're telling the truth, that they will come after you and they'll put their police force on you. And so I guess you wonder why I talk about Greg Gillian. Though Greg Gillian is a white guy. He's a white guy. He ain't no poor white guy. He ain't no poor white trash. He's wealthy. And they came after him. This administration did, folk, through Robert Jones. Well, you know Robert Jones, and I tell it over and over again because I want this to stay fresh in your head. I want you to remember that it was Larry Primo who put him illegally in contempt of court, when the law owner allows for you to charge him. He was charging him like $1,000 a day. There's no law anywhere in the state of Mississippi will allow for any judge to do that unless it's some kind of criminal felony where restitution is being paid. Ordered that man, and one thing I can say about Sheriff Solid, he would not do it. Robert Jones used his authority illegally, and guess what, folks? The Judiciary Performance Commission dismissed it. So if they'll do that to the Gillen family, if they'll do that to Greg Gillen, he's a white guy, a white male Republican. Where the rest of us stand, folk? We need to get rid of Percy. Percy, you ain't that damn smart. Too bad, I'm sorry about that. See, Too bad done told me, say, you jumping everywhere, bro. He said, bro, I be forgetting. I ain't writing this stuff down. But I want to say this. The reason why I said Percy's not that smart, because all he had to do was fire the chief of police. It took our argument away. Am I right or wrong?
That's true.
All he had to do was fire Robert Jones. Percy, that's all you had to do. You don't have to spend no damn money. Fire these people that fucking with this city. Man, you ain't showed us nothing. We don't care nothing about all that talk. Hell, most of us overweight anyway. Look at me, as small as I am. Hell, I'm overweight. We don't need no food. We ain't got nowhere to go. We at home all the time on YouTube. We at home all the time with that fire stick in our hand. We at home all the time streaming some kind of thing. So we don't need no damn entertainment. We need change in this city. Richard, you got to say something. I see you nodding your head over there and everything.
Well, that's the only thing that's going to make the city better is for change. Because if you never change things, it will keep going downhill. And that's where we've been going for years. You don't want to build it up. You just want to let it keep going down, down, down. Your city is being destroyed when you let it go down. You need to rebuild. Bring people back to work. People need to be working, producing things.
That's right. And I got to say this, folks, is that I have a tendency to visit the Lauderdale County Courthouse a lot. And I can tell you, Richard, that I have not went to Lauderdale County and I felt like a person. Every time I go to Lauderdale County, I'm treated like a person. And folks, it's not because of who I am. Because a lot of the people that are treating me like a person doesn't know who I am. They doesn't know, but I can tell you that when I go in the Lauderdale County Courthouse, I don't care what part I go to, whether it's on the first floor, second floor, third floor. Everybody's so nice and respectful. Not just me. This is my observation, folks. I'm an observer. You remember I tell you I'm a social scientist. So I look at things. I see how they interact with other people. I'm talking about the bailiff. I'm talking about everybody, the attorneys that come in there. I tell you, folks, it's just that. But whenever I go into City Hall, when I go through the door, folks, I feel the electricity rise up. I can feel the static electricity when I go through the door. I can feel that, Richard. It's like a threat when you go up in there. The karma is what the old folks call bad juju. It's bad juju in City Hall, folks. Even the people that come out of there. I mean, some of the people there you run into are really nice. Yeah. But some of them, man, when they're smiling, it's not a real smile. It's not. It's pseudo. It's false. It's fake. It ain't real. How can you trust a person that'll smile in your face and do everything they can to try to undermine you and destroy your quality of life? And folks, I gotta tell you, point this out to y'all, folks. Remember one thing: it was Percy Bland under Chris Reed, through Rochester Anderson, through Robinson, through Laws, and through Fireplace that brought those charges against me, my grandson, and Loretta Allen, and other folks in this city, folk. Now you understand this here stuff. This here, a lot of y'all out there talking about you charged with child pornography, and then they bring the video back up with Lolo. You know, folks, look. It's one thing about politics, it creates a strange. I ain't never ever had a problem with Lolo. Now, I said something about her and she said something about me. She hit below the belt. Hell, I hit her low below the belt. Guess what? Hey, we laugh about that now. See, the thing of it is you got to learn to forgive and forget. A lot of you brought that up as if it was happening right then and right now, but you brought that up so negative things can be said about me. And you know what, folks? I ain't got no problem with any of those things. But if a Percy Bland, I'm saying this to you, damn it. Folks, I want y'all to tell everybody you can. Share this video. Share it with everybody. If you ain't got YouTube, I'll show you how to get it. If you don't have the resources to buy it, I'll give you the money to do it. Share this video with everybody. If Percy Bland don't give a damn about me, he should care about my damn daughter, my friends, and my family. How can you elect a man that will mess with somebody like Lolo? Y'all see how her grandchildren love her? How can you re-elect a man that'll interfere with family, that just will hate a nigga so damn much that they'll put trumped up charges on him so his children can't eat? I'm the breadwinner. I'm the patriarch in my family. Do you know when he did that to me, I helped a lot of people in this community. So much so I don't even remember all of it. If he'll do that to me, how in the hell do you think he care about you? Look at this city. Send that nigga down the road. Dice, we gonna play. We gonna go to break, folk. And then we gonna come back and we'll read your comments. And I'm doing all right. Y'all leave some real comments. Dice, man, take us to break. Folks, welcome back to Reaching Out with Eddie, where my guest today is Richard. Of course, Richard is like family, you know. Richard and I go to church every Sunday. You know, Richard is a preacher and a deacon in the church. And, you know, we enjoy it, don't we, Richard? We have a good time. And, you know, and it's small, but it's a lot of love and blessings in that church. Am I right or wrong?
That's true. That's the main thing is about your leader. Yeah. If your leader do what's right, the people will see it.
Yeah. And I want to talk about Derek Chauvin. I think I'm saying his name right. He was found guilty on manslaughter, 2 counts of it, I think 2nd degree and 3rd degree, and then a couple of negligence homicide, which is a charge that they have here in the state of Mississippi. They very seldom charge anybody with it. It's when you kill someone through neglect. And he was neglectful, but they found him guilty on all 3 charges, folks, and that's a good thing. Now, you know, the Dice Man and I was talking over it. I said that, well, I ain't going to say what I said, but I can say this, that it was a good thing. It was like one time that we got justice. When I said we, I'm talking about black men, black young men, even as young as 12 years age, such as in Tamir Rice. This is the first time, because it should have been a guilty verdict then, but it was not. But in this case, he was found guilty on all 3 charges, and we watched him do. He actually knew the procedure because he done it so many times himself as a police officer. We need more of that. And folks, you got to see what happened. We're going to have to start rising up. And so now it's the sentencing phase of it. Now let's see what this judge do. And the judge already said something that, in my opinion, that should not have been said. Said that with the comments that Maxine Waters made was enough to cause the trial to be reversed. I disagree with that because they were sequestered. Am I right or wrong? Yeah, they got names. We don't know. They all had a number. I don't even know whether we knew what they looked like or anything like that. I didn't watch the trial. I just waited on the outcome. And so he was found guilty of killing George Floyd. And so that was a good thing. So I guess a lot of you know that now. But what we're going to do now is we're going to read your comments. And then we're going to close the show out. And I wanted to say this is that Percy going to be in Highland Park from 5 to 8. And Jimmy Smith going to be at Ben Arthur Davis Park. Folks, those of you don't know what that is, if I'm not mistaken, it's between 12th and 14th Avenue off of 14th Street. The basketball court right there. Well, what's that? Gerald Hudson Church was torn down there. They just got the bricks there, had started back really. Newer Chapel or Haven Chapel or whatever. The Newer Chapel, I think, is the name of it.
14th?
On 14th Street and between 14th Avenue. It's like 12th Avenue to 14th Avenue. There's a big old church there on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but it's the only park on 14th Street, folks, in the east side of town. So Jimmy Smith gonna be there, folks. How about let's show Percy that he can't buy us? How about we pack this event with Jimmy Smith? You know what I was told now? I don't know for sure, but I was told that Tool Belt was gonna come there here. He was gonna bring the Mount Hermon Choir there, and they was gonna do some singing there. So I think that'll be a good thing. Now, if y'all want to see Tool Belt, now V. What's the other one name? Mississippi Mud, and what the other one name? If y'all don't show up at this event here, I ain't gonna be mad at it, but it would be good if you guys showed up. My listeners out there, show up and support Jimmy Smith in his endeavor in helping us go to the next level. Dice Man, how about you read those comments? Anything you want to say, Richard?
No, I'm good for right now.
All right. Folks, you know, Richard got a lot of notes over there. Richard, what them notes talking about over there?
No, it's not a lot of notes. It's just I write so long because I'm not a great speller. I don't know what that little.
Yeah, but that ain't nothing that you want to tell the people about it?
No.
Okay. All right, Dice, go ahead and read them comments to us.
Okay, we got Johnny Magruder says, finally, justice for a black family. Thank God I've cried since I heard it. I remember Mama talking about Emmett Till. We did it. Yeah. We got justice for George Floyd. Now, let's get justice for Meridian.
Okay, well, thank you for that, Mr. Magruder. That ain't that creative page, is it?
It might be.
That's all right. If it is, you said some good things, and we appreciate that. Now don't take over and tell us you the FBI and all that.
Right. Johnny Magruder also says hello from Atlanta.
Well, thank you, Mr. Magruder from Atlanta.
Okay. Stacy Dixon says, good evening, everyone. Be blessed.
Hey, Stacy.
Hey there, Stacy. Jim Myrick says, Jimmy Kemp was one of the best. He also says, we don't need 4 more years of persecution in Meridian, Mississippi. The persecutor is holding another block party this Sunday. I'm telling people to not go and drink the Kool-Aid.
Hey, and that's good, Jim, but tell people to go to Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith has one. We talked about it, and I know you know that now. And, Jim, I sure want to see you there. You in Mississippi Mud, and you too, V. You ain't cooking that much now. Sunday, we going to call Sunday. No, that's God's day. We're going to say that's God and Jimmy Smith Day after God's day. Dice.
Okay. Jim Myrick also says, I'm gladly sharing your podcast.
Thank you. And I want all of you to share it and invite people to the event and hear Jimmy Smith. For those of you that have concerns, instead of talking about Jimmy Smith, you don't know. He's been gone for 15 or 16. You heard that. Two Bell said, bro, you were just saying that. Don't worry about what I was saying last week, Two Bell. Anyway, go ahead, Dice. We still need to go there. We need to go there. The fact that he been gone, he was observing Two Bell. You didn't let me get it all out. He was observing. And so now he know it. I think he make a difference. And so we need to be there Sunday in support of him. I think so. Dice, you going to be there?
Yeah.
Y'all heard that? The Dice man, you going to be there, Richard? Richard gonna be there and the Dice man gonna be there. Marie, you gonna be there? What about Marie gonna be there? Oh wow, that is a good thing. So y'all get to meet Two Bell. Two Bell gonna be there, and he definitely is a supporter of Jimmy Smith, and I'm gonna tell you that right now. Miss Two Bell too.
Okay. Sam Bell says, Assalamu alaikum, brothers. Tuning in from Illinois. Peace.
What up, bro Sam? What up? Be safe out there.
Yes, sir. What's up, bro Sam? Just asked about you, man. Joanne Holt says, just want to tell the crew hello.
Yeah. Hey, hello. And Joanne, make sure you be there and invite your daughter, your son-in-law, and your granddaughter to Jimmy Smith event. And this is to all the whole family. Trace, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, my grandchildren too. I'm talking to you too, Crystal. I'm talking to you, Eli and Tyler. I want all of you guys vote. I want you guys to be there. I'm talking to you too, Juanita. I want the Taylor family, the whole family, the Harris family, the Stringfellow family. I want all of you at Ben Arthur Davis Park Sunday supporting Jimmy Smith. The time, I'm going to tell you the time Thursday. Right now, we're going to say it's at the same time person having this event. Maybe it's about 3 o'clock. But we're going to say about the same time person having this event. I just want you guys to show up. We'll wait on Jim if we have to. We're going to be there at 3 o'clock, folks. Go ahead, Dice.
Okay. Jim Myrick says the persecutor will not fire those people because the persecutor is the fox in the hen house.
And I agree with that. He can't.
Tristan B. Hampton says, if a person will do wrong to people you don't like, trust they will do you the same way. Shame on anyone supporting Percy Bland. I don't care if it's a family member or friend.
Thank you, Tristan, and she's telling the truth. That's right.
Okay, and last but not least, Fred Welch says, good evening, fam.
What up, Fred?
Fred?
I want to say this is that the mayor of 9th Avenue has already voted. He's voted already, and folks, I want to say that I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you listening. Anything you want to say to the people before we close out?
No, just have a good time and think what's best and what's right.
Yeah, and again, I encourage all of you to tell somebody, let's pack being Arthur Davis Park. And let's do that for Jimmy Smith. And what's most important is that, hey, vote. And again, if you can vote absentee, go ahead on and vote absentee so that you don't have to worry about missing your job or whatever. Go ahead on and vote absentee so that we can turn those numbers out. You know, when Johnny Depp go and do absentee, just about everything she do is illegal, like picking people up and telling them what to do. But then you got person folks, and when people asking for them to mail a ballot, they send a thing, what is your reason for requesting a ballot? You can't ask that. It's against the law to ask that, but you understand what they're doing, people. They're stalling for time, running out of time because you got to have this stuff postmarked by a certain day. And you know what? Jimmy's so passive. Jimmy just going to do the right thing, and Jimmy going to cruise on to the finish line. And again, I say you're not that smart. You're not that smart. I know what you're doing. You're taking from my playbook when I had the block party. Now you think you're going to block party and flip some hot dogs and get people to vote for you. I disagree with that. Now, folks, I want y'all to call somebody and tell them about this podcast because I definitely want them to watch this podcast here. I want to thank you guys for listening in, and y'all be safe out there, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Dice Man, take us home.